Okay, so our final step here. We've got our table, but it's really not too pretty. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some style to it. And in order to add the style, we're actually going to use something called Bootstrap. So right now with our web page, if I change the size of my page, it doesn't really adapt all too well. And as you can visually see, our columns and our rows really don't differentiate themselves too well. So lucky enough for us, several people, Google has one as well, but kind of first to market was this this offering called Bootstrap. And what they've done is they've already compiled the CSS and the JavaScript libraries for us, and you can actually download the actual source files, or you can link to the files. So for today, I'm going to just link to the files. If I was building this out, I would probably download the actual CSS and JavaScript files and put them locally on the server so that we don't have a dependency to go to this machine. But I'm just going to copy that, and I go into my contacts page here, and in the head, we're going to put in our link to the CSS. So I've just pasted this in, and then I'm going to take the JavaScript piece, the script, and I'm going to put that at the end here, because you want to load this last. If you load it first, it could slow down the loading of your page. Okay, so all I did is I pasted those two items in. Okay, and I'm going to hit save. So I Control S. Now if I go back to my page here, and we haven't actually applied any of the features yet, but we do have a CSS. It does talk a little bit about tables. So if I hit refresh right now, you'll see it actually changed it, right? The size of my headings changed, my fonts changed. This is now the default Bootstrap features. So now, if I want to start making my table look a little cleaner, what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer to some of the classes, the styling that's already defined in in Bootstrap. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say class equals, and in here we can refer to some of the existing classes. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to say table, just like that. Hit save. Right, so we're going to refer to the table class. If I hit refresh, now it actually looks a little bit better, right? The spacing between the columns, the fonts sizes are better. We have bold, and if I refresh, you see how it's automatically adapting to the smaller screen. Now, I guess we got to a point where it was as small as it can go, but as I stretch it out, stretch it in, it's adapting. So the next stage is we want to add a little bit more features. So we have clearly defined rows now, but let's make them even a little bit better. So let's go with table, and we'll say that it's striped. Hit save, come back in. If I reload, now you see the subtle banding in here, right? So our rows stand out that little bit more. And if there we go, make it a little better size. Actually, there's regular size. So now it looks a little bit better. And again, we've got this responsiveness in it. So if you're trying to view this on a phone or a tablet, it's going to look a little bit better. And then the last thing is, I'd love it if when I hover over it, I could sort of see which line I'm on. So I'm going to add in another feature here. I'm going to say table-hover. I hit save. Now when I refresh, looks the same at first, but as I hover over the lines, you can see they're actually changing color. So there you have it. We've now, in 4 simple videos, gone from creating a web form, saving the file to a database, reading the file and the contents from the database, and now we've styled it using Bootstrap. So hope you've enjoyed the lesson. I'll see you next week.